So we're back with another Ramona hair transformation. I know that we really need to get started on my hair, but I just couldn't move on until I upload these for you guys. So just in case any of you missed the last hair transformation we did, we went in with like a cool My Little Pony Rainbow Dash inspo, and this was our final results. I'll link that video below in case you want to check it out, catch up. So now today we are going to be doing things a little bit differently. I think it was just super cool and super fun. So the difference today is I won't be using any lightener or a color remover or anything like that. We are going to work with exactly what she had here faded and see if we can make it bigger, bolder, and brighter while protecting the integrity of her hair. Now, as for the hair dye we're going to be using today, it is mostly, if I remember correctly, or actually it might be all, Chroma Daddy hair dye. I love Chroma Daddy hair dye. Make sure you go check out my links below. Otherwise, Chroma Daddy is also on Instagram, TikTok, things like that. If you don't know, I hope you check them out. So many good things. So we are going to be using that today. But let's get into this hair transformation. I am so ready for this. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for being here with me. It means the world. Let's see if we can make your day just a little bit brighter. All right, so here is our starting canvas. As you can see, we have a lot of blue, light pinks, purples. So now remember, we're not going to be using any bleach or color remover. We're just going to be working with what you see in front of you. So this is me just trying to give you all the different angles of her head on what we're going to be working with. This is where color theory and just having fun and being creative really comes into play, and I just love things like this. So you can see it's a lot darker underneath, a lot more intense blues. Over here, it's a lot lighter. You can see there's some regrowth, a lot more regrowth going on underneath than the top of her head. If you are curious about the before of this, remember the original video is linked below. So now we chose to go in with like this kind of blue base, and I'm using a color TRAK clip. I'll make sure to link it below. It's really a lifesaver. I use it for coloring, styling. So yeah, you can see we're going in with this darker blue base. Don't worry, I will be showing the colors in the video. And so now you can see where the hair gets lighter. We decided to kind of make like this rainbow. I thought it looked really well, or it worked really well with the like way her colors had already grown out with blue more towards the end. And we are using a different blue in the rainbow than the other main blue for the rest of the hair. And so you can see I'm just going in rainbow order. So now as you saw, we started with the blue in the back, went up to the rainbow, and here's where we are so far. I haven't started on the front, but I went all the way up to her crown. And then you can see I'm just working my way up. So we got the entire back done. And I didn't over direct this. I just did it where the hair is kind of going to naturally lay back here. And now we're on to the front doing alternating panels of that rainbow and the blue. She kind of already had like a color block situation going on, so I just thought we would work with that. Though for the top, I am over directing it. And then these are going all the way down the side of her head. With these panels here, you can see it's like all one solid piece. And then as we go around, you can see now I'm going to be starting on this side. Let me know if you're kind of starting to see the vision here. And here's my best guess at what these colors are so far, but I do go through them more further in the video. So now we're going in with that beautiful dark blue, which is different than the blue that we're using in the rainbow. Just trying to keep each one of these panels as clean and neat as possible. This blue is absolutely stunning. And now you can see I'm going to try and work the rainbow in here the best that I can. That color blue that the hair is a little tricky, but I felt like it would still all show up really well as long as I had the yellow more towards the top. So I'm just really making sure that I lay each one of these colors where I really feel like it'll look the best with the color that the hair already is. And that has a lot to do with kind of the size of the rainbow as well. As you're going to see, where it's mostly pink is where we're putting the pink. So we're purposely making that pink section bigger. She actually really wanted to make sure she had more pink and yellow. I forgot to mention, she actually picked all of her color scheme out herself. She's the mastermind, especially behind this raccoon tail. I said, here's all my hair dye, go nuts. So this was all her idea, and I think it was an absolutely great one. And obviously, you know, we worked together on where I thought the placement would be the best for the colors that her hair was. So that's like a teal and pink, which, like I said, I'll be showing you guys all of the colors that I use soon. And then we're back up to this beautiful dark blue. I already know it's got Chroma Daddy in it because it's got this beautiful like sparkle in it. And it's just so shiny. So I already know that that's Chroma Daddy hair dye. I was just honestly obsessing over how beautiful it was and just how smooth the application is. My little inner perfectionist was just so happy when I got to this hairline. So you can see that we're still kind of keeping up with the alternating panels here. And now we have all this side done. And you can see it's still alternating on both sides. So not only are they alternating on the side of the head, they're alternating across from each other on the top. So I saved the best for last, this bang area. Now you're really going to see where the pink is growing out there. This is one of the reasons that I thought the rainbow would work so well. And it's going to be able to kind of camouflage that regrowth a little longer. Just give her hair a break. So now we're at the last stretch of this, but this is all going to be rainbow on this entire front side bang area she has going on. But I think you can see there's also a little bit of dark blue right underneath. So the other side of this in the front is dark blue and this whole side is rainbow. And I am over directing this slightly on the top and really making sure to line that pink up. I want to utilize every bit of the hair that's all blonde right here to make this rainbow pop, since it's just going to be right in the front of her head. I believe this yellow is also Chroma Daddy. I want to say it's Yassify. We're going to find out in a minute here. So yeah, in the back of the head, it's not over directed. And in the front here, you can see how it's over directed to the side a little more. And then we have that beautiful contrast with the blue on the other side. And here's kind of all the little layers going on. It's just pure chaos. Those sheets are actually rewashable, reusable. I'll link them below as well. They're from FRAMAR. And here's that final rainbow. And here is all of our hair dye that's left. This was everything in the rainbow. And then this is that dark blue base. And you can see it's just sparkly. So same thing here. There's the rainbow colors. And then here's the raccoon tail colors. And then that blue spot off to the side was the dark blue. So this is Tide Pool from the raccoon tails. And this is the pink that we used on her whole head. And then here's the Yassify. That's what we used for all the yellow. Oh my gosh, it was Eero. I knew that wasn't Chroma Daddy because all of Chroma Daddy's greens have sparkles in them. This is our dark blue mix. Oh, that I just am in love with. And this is the blue that we did in the rainbow. So like the strip of blue that was on her actual rainbow hair. And here's what she used for the purple. I think it's obvious that I was out of my Chroma Daddy greens and purples, so I definitely need to restock. Here's the rinse out for you all. Look at that beautiful, clear, no bleeding into colors. I had to slow-mo this for you because I thought it was so beautiful. I come from the era of stained pillowcases, so it's always just so mesmerizing to me doing these rinse outs and just seeing how far semi-permanent hair dye has come. Another thing I love is knowing like how much brighter this is going to be when it dries. Like I just think it's cool how hair always looks so different when it dries versus wet. And this is also UV reactive, so make sure you stick around so you don't miss this under a black light. It's like, look at this blue on the ends. It's stunning. Enjoy the results. I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, what did you think? Please comment below. I cannot wait to see what you all thought. I just really, really loved her color choice for that raccoon tail. I mean, it just goes to show you don't always have to do like lighteners and stuff like that to your hair. You know, you can work with what you have, get creative. That's one of the reasons I love vivid hair color and semi-permanence. I'm just someone that has to always keep changing. I feel like especially when you've spent most of your life not being allowed to do these kinds of things to your hair, maybe that's it. But either way, and if my hair has been giving you the ick at all this video, then I hope that you subscribe, hit that notification button so that you also don't miss the fun little hair journey I'm about to embark on myself. I honestly would have already started on mine, but I do have like a procedure I have to get done tomorrow. So I thought we would just take it easy, just a few more days. So don't forget to go check out everything I have linked below in the description, as well as my Instagram that is also linked there and in my bio. And in general, I just hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. So much love, everybody. And I hope to see each and every one of you in the next videos.
Have a beautiful day.